hope you all are well. I've been getting a lot of DMs about people asking how to be more spiritual or get more in touch with your spirituality. And it's a great question, but the answer is very simple. And it's literally just to be. Like, the biggest way you can become more spiritual or get in touch with your spirituality is by being and being your most authentic self. There's no hidden secret or magical thing you have to do. Like, you just have to be. And once you allow yourself to truly be, and I'm going to get into that because, it's a lot easier said than done. Everything else that is meant for you will fall into place. Honestly, it's easier said than done. Like, what I'm telling you sounds very simple, but it's very hard. Like, to be your most authentic self isn't an easy thing. It's not easy to let go of things that feel familiar. It's not easy to let go of bad habits. Trust me, I've been there, and your ego will always try to hold on to things that are good or bad for you if they feel familiar, because ego loves familiarity. Ego loves comfort. Your soul doesn't care for comfort. It doesn't care for what's familiar. Your soul just wants to evolve, you know? But I know it might sound too good to be true, but I promise you that really is the magic to it, is to just be yourself. And once you are being true to yourself, you align yourself, and with alignment comes enlightenment. And don't listen to all those spiritual people that tell you there's like specific things you need to do, or like, like, if you don't want to get crystals, you don't really need crystals. Like, they're great tools, but you don't need to do like specific things. There's no rules to spirituality. Like, it's not real. um some people might have reached states of consciousness where they might be very evolved, but you can't, like, so to say, you can't jump to that. You can't jump into that. There's no way you can force evolution. And trust me, like, speaking from experience, I have tried to force evolution. I truly have. Like, ever since I was a little girl, I've been very spiritual, and I would try to get into like an awakening that I just simply wasn't ready for. It wasn't my time yet. You just need to accept life and go through your experiences as your soul has planned for, and whatever you are meant for will happen. And now, I'm not saying you need to accept bad things and just let bad things happen to you. But, what I'm trying to say is you don't need to become someone you're not. If you have to try to be spiritual, then it becomes a performance. You're not doing it right. We're all spiritual beings. Just to live is spiritual. You don't have to even acknowledge it for it to be. We're spiritual regardless of whether we are conscious of it or not. And whatever you think or don't think is not going to change that. Some people's life mission for this lifetime is literally to not be conscious, to experience the full materialism of the world. And that's okay. That's still a part of your spiritual growth. Spirituality is an inner experience. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, and be authentic. Like, truly, I feel like that's the only secret there is to spirituality, and what people oftentimes miss. Because you can think you're being authentic, but deep down, you may be doing something that doesn't fully align with yourself. You can ask yourself, like, hey, am I doing this for validation? Am I doing this because I feel less than? Am I this? Am I that? Just reflect. That's a lot of people label as shadow work. Find your deepest fears, find what makes you afraid. And once you kind of get into your shadow work and integrate these things, you get to create a life for yourself where you're fully aware and conscious, and it helps you find peace. Because sometimes when you live in fear, your soul hides, and your ego takes over to protect you, because ego thrives off of fear. So do the shadow work and reflect and ask the right questions and push yourself to be your most authentic self. And that's how you can become more in touch with your spirituality.